What is up, YouTube? Team Gradelock here. I'm your host, Enrico, and I'm back with another video of Unlocking Bank. What's up, guys? If you're back to watch this video, that means you previously liked my other Unlocking Bank videos, or you want to save money, you want to make good investments, or you just simply want to go plus in Cardfight Vanguard. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about something really big. Some scary stuff right now. So scary that at night I wake up in terror. At night, I wake up and piss my pants, piss my bed, whatever. Sometimes I just don't even want to wake up. Because that's how scary this shit is. Talk about some scary ass stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Not even all the nice clothes I wear, polo can protect me. Not even this little wall of Trinity Dragon can protect me. See? Told you it wouldn't work. Not even my limited edition, it's a new day, yes it is, hoodie can protect me. New day. Ladies and gentlemen, the one thing that I want to talk to you guys about is systematic risk. Now, in any small business, company, marketing wise, systematic risk is always there. Systematic risk basically that little dude that stands over the company and be like, I'm about to destroy your company. So what systematic risk is basically is when the market is so low, it keeps going all the way down. At one point, it reaches to a break point, or it just keeps decreasing until it actually hits the bottom zero. Now, if you still don't understand what systematic risk is, let's take in for example of Kaijudo. Kaijudo was an old card game that came out beforehand. It was a great card game. I actually had fun playing it. Unfortunately, the marketing for it was so bad that the prices on single cards kept dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. At that point, they had a systematic risk until the developers, the owners, the rights, and everything for Kaijudo just said, "Listen, we're losing way too much money in this this card game. We're gonna call it quits." So that's what happened to Kaijudo. Kaijudo suffered from systematic risk. Now, can Cardfight Vanguard suffer from systematic risk? Yes, it can. Yes, it can, ladies and gentlemen. Now, to further explain this, systematic risk is basically the price-wise of any single cards or boxes, stuff like that, when the prices just keep going down and down. And the reason why that would happen, God forbid the game is actually terrible, God forbid the economy is shit again, hopefully never again, It's just something we can't avoid. It's something that, it's something that half of it we can't avoid, the other half we can't avoid. When the economy is bad, hopefully Cardfight Vanguard will survive it. Hopefully it's big enough. If not, you gotta say goodbye. But keep in mind, Cardfight Vanguard can also be its downside to bringing down its own company. Its own card game. Okay. So let's go with economy wise. If the economy wise is so shit, everyone's gonna save the money. Everyone's not gonna buy anything. No one's gonna buy singles anymore. The prices of singles will drop slowly and steadily. So let's think of it as the falling knife theory. Let's think of the falling knife as the price of a single card, like King of Knight Alfred's. Let's picture that knife just falling and falling and falling. Well, that knife keeps falling, meaning the price-wise of King of Knight Alfred's just keeps dropping, dropping, and dropping. Now, there's two things that could happen to the falling knife theory. You could either try to catch the knife, but you might cut yourself. Meaning, when you try to invest on that price of King of Knights Alfred, let's say King of Knights Alfred was $3, if for some odd reason it dropped all the way down to $198, and you decide to purchase 5 of them. Okay, now what I mean by if you try to catch the knife, it might cut you. When you buy the King Knights Alfred at that price at $198, God forbid the price will keep dropping more and more and more. So you just spend $198 on a King of Knights Alfred card when the actual price is becoming less than $1. That's what I mean by if you try catching that knife, you're gonna cut yourself. And if you don't catch the knife, as the knife just keeps dropping and dropping, where is it going to end? Is it going to fall on the floor? Is it going to keep going? Where's it going to go? So when I see a systematic risk wise, basically it's the price of a single card dropping, dropping, and dropping. As for the falling knife theory, thank you. my Lord and Savior Rudy, AlphonZeus, for teaching me that. Now, we can avoid that easily. I mean, sorry, we can't. It's the company's job to avoid that. Now, for the company, they got to do everything they can to keep the card game up to date, keep making sure that the people are satisfied, the players are satisfied, making sure that boxes are always selling. Now, my problem right now currently, which makes me a little bit scared of what Cardfight Vanguard's downfall could be, where, God forbid, Cardfight Vanguard actually does suffer a systematic risk because of Bushiroad, is that, let's picture myself as the embodiment of Bushiroad. I have 2 card games in my hand. One of them is Schwartz. The other one is Cardfight Vanguard. Both these card games are actually going up pretty well. Both these card games are actually doing well. They're selling. The boxes are selling out of print. People are buying them. People love them. They both have great marketing plans. They have TV shows on YouTube, Cartoon Network, stuff like that. So, when I'm done embodying Bushiroad, like I said, I have 2 hands right now. Only 2 hands. One of them is Schwartz. The other one's Cardfight Vanguard. Now, when I want to put when Bushiroad wants to put another card game on top of my hand, for instance, this is Buddy Fight. I'm going to put it on top of Schwartz. So now, as me, Bushiroad, I have 2 hands, but now I have Schwartz and Buddy Fight and Cardfight Vanguard. Now, think of it this way. It's just getting heavier and heavier. It's putting the pressure on Bushiroad to push out more cards, to print out more cards, to make sure that the artists are doing the job, making good printing, or the drawings are well, stuff like that. There's multiple things in this that Bushiroad has considered. So Bushiroad is not taking the responsibility on Cardfight Vanguard, Schwartz, and Buddy Fight. Now the reason why I don't say Buddy Fight is the biggest card game of Bushiroad. Now before I say this, I don't mean to disrespect anyone who loves Buddy Fight or who enjoys playing it. This is just my opinion. This is what I think. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to disrespect Buddy Fight at all. But when the market of Buddy Fight, when you can't find the actual market or secondary price for Buddy Fight online, such as eBay, TCG Player, Core TCG, Toybiz, stuff like that, you got to go on like a really abandoned old website. I forgot the name of it. My friend Justin told me about it. But there's another. You can also check Ideal 8. When those prices are absurd. Most of the cards on that website is below $5. Some of it is probably above $5 because no one's buying the packs. No one's buying boxes. No one's buying singles. No one's selling singles. They're trying to sell singles. But the thing is, if no one's buying singles, it's going to be harder for people to sell singles. So what I mean by the secondary market for a Buddy Fight is complete trash. No one's buying cards. The singles, their prices just keep dropping. And if not, say for instance that Buddy Fight does have SP cards, those are worth value. Those are the only thing worth money where the prices aren't really dropping that much. But nowadays I'm starting to see prices being around $20 for SP cards or $15 or $10 or less. So when I say Buddy Fight, I'm sorry, but Buddy Fight, the secondary market it's just not there. It's not working. I'm honestly surprised that Bushiroad is still pushing Buddy Fight it's still pushing Buddy Fight on us. Eventually, I'm expecting Buddy Fight to die. Hopefully it doesn't, but I'm expecting it to happen. Now, Bushiroad actually just added a new card game. Dragonborn. So again, imagine me, I'm the embodiment of Bushiroad. I now have 4 games in my hand. I have Schwartz, Buddy Fight, Cardfight Vanguard, and now Dragonborn. So now I have the responsibilities of taking care and making sure that Buddy Fight, Schwartz, Cardfight Vanguard, and Dragonborn does well. With the players, with the market-wise, payments, stuff like that, the whole works. Now, like I said, I'm the embodiment of Bushiroad, and I have 4 card games that I'm responsible for. Now it's just putting more weight and more stress on me, and eventually I'm going to tire out. Eventually, me as Bushiroad, the embodiment of Bushiroad, will tire out, and eventually I'm going to drop one of these card games. Hopefully I drop Buddy Fight. Hopefully I drop Dragonborn. And hopefully I can keep the 2 actual card games that's running well as Schwartz and Cardfight Vanguard. If I can, if I was the actual embodiment of Bushiroad, I would honestly focus everything I can on Cardfight Vanguard and keep pushing it throughout the consumer's throats. If I was. If I was Bushiroad, I would honestly keep printing out the shit out of waifus for all my waifu lovers out there for White Swords. Unfortunately, Bushiroad wants to focus on multiple card games. Like I said before, I don't mean to disrespect anyone who loves Dragonborn or who plays Dragonborn. If you love that, if you like that card game, it's fine. I have no problem with it. Like I said, I'm giving my opinion. What I think of Dragonborn is, it looks okay. I guess it might be fun to some people, but then again, it's gonna when Bushiroad is focusing on Dragonborn a little bit more than the other card games, it's gonna hurt the other card games. For instance, for Cardfight Vanguard, we had G-Set 12 coming out a month after G-Set 11 just came out. Now, the reason why Bushiroad is rushing that, again, I could be wrong. It's what I think, and it's what actually a lot of players think in New Jersey and New York, is that the reason why Bushiroad is rushing G-Set 12 is so they could be caught up with Dragonborn. So Dragonborn ruined the release date for G-Set 12 by pushing it 1 month after G-Set 11. Now that is insane. So for everyone who wants to invest on cases for G-Set 11 and 12, they're going to have a hard time. Because literally they have to save up money enough in 1 month. In 1 month just to save up money for G-Set 12 case. Like I said, this probably would have never happened if Dragonborn was here, if Dragonborn was pushed onto us this year. But then again, like I said before, this isn't the first time Bushiroad has made mistakes. Now, like I said, I don't want to bash Bushiroad. I don't want to say anything bad about them. Like I said, I'm just giving my opinion, what I think. Like I said, if I was Bushiroad, I would just focus on Cardfight Vanguard and White Swords. My best two games are selling. All singles are selling, boxes are selling, boxes are out of print, stuff like that. It's just going insane. Buddy Fight right now, you can buy any boxes from the old set. You can buy them on eBay, you can buy them from overseas. As for instance, Rudy from AlphonZeus, he actually bought cases and cases and cases of all the first season Buddy Fight boxes, or cases. Yeah. So Buddy Fight set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the extra boosters. He bought all of them. He bought all of them off the distributor for less than 20 bucks per box. Basically, every pack that he could, basically any single pack that he sells from his cases, if he sells for even $1, he's still profiting. That's how low he bought his Buddy Fight cases from his distributors. His distributors came up to him and was like, so hey, Rudy, we got these Buddy Fight boxes. We want to get rid of them. Will you buy this case? Would you buy set 1 case of Buddy Fight for $20? $20 each? Of course, Rudy took that deal. It was an amazing deal. Rudy thinks he could sell it. He could sell it. Currently, right now, if you go on eBay, I can guarantee you, type in AlphonZeus, you'll find one of his listings for Buddy Fight. I'm pretty sure he's selling the boxes for $35 to $40. It's cheaper than online. They're sealed. He hasn't touched them, but keep in mind they might be a little bit dirty. I actually watched this video where he was bragging about how cheap he actually bought Buddy Fight cases for. Like I said, if he was to sell a single pack of Buddy Fight for $1, he'll still be profiting. So that's how cheap you can get Buddy Fight now. That's how cheap you can buy cases or packs or boxes of Buddy Fight. The market for Buddy Fight is just in an all-time low. And I wouldn't be surprised if Buddy Fight just falls off the end of the earth. Now, I am afraid for Dragonborn, even though Dragonborn is an exclusive card game for us, I have a strong feeling it's going to fall off the earth too. For instance, Luck and Logic, we only had 5-6 sets of it, and then they discontinued it for us. Now they're still doing it overseas. Luck and Logic is still going well overseas apparently. Like I said, they quit Luck and Logic on us. So what's going to make me think that they're not going to quit Dragonborn on us? I honestly think Dragonborn is a failed investment. I don't think anyone should invest in Dragonborn at all. If anything, just buy singles with Dragonborn, have fun, do whatever you want, and just hope and pray that Dragonborn doesn't fall off the end of the earth, just like Luck and Logic and Kajuda. Now, for Cardfight Vanguard, like I said, I don't think they're gonna fall off the end of the earth. I think Cardfight Vanguard is actually going pretty strong right now. Like I said, the boxes, cases are selling out. They're going out of print. Bushiroad is doing only second printing, even though Bushiroad should do more printing. Cardfight Vanguard is just doing so well right now. And I'm hoping and praying that Bushiroad keeps making good decisions for Cardfight Vanguard, so Cardfight Vanguard can go for the long run, so Cardfight Vanguard doesn't drop. So the people who actually made good investments in Cardfight Vanguard and buying cases or buying singles or being a vendor in Cardfight Vanguard can make a profit a long time enough for them, I don't know, to do whatever they want apparently. But yeah. So let's think of it this way. Systematic risk can happen in any card game, guys. Any card game. Systematic risk can happen to Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Cardfight Vanguard, Pokemon. The list keeps going. Systematic risk can happen to any card game at all. It just depends on the scenario, depends on what can actually happen, depends on the economy, depends on good marketing wise. It's just some scary stuff. So, if you didn't learn much from this video, then all I gotta say is God bless you and I love you no matter what. But this is Henrico with Unlocking Bank, and I gotta say to you guys, always make sure to shave your legs. This is Rico. I'm out.